Hey there, what brings you around? You've taken an interest in me? But why? I'm not as interesting as Wade and Wendell. I'm not as wild as Josh or as ambitious as Alex. To be honest, I'm just average. So there isn't really much to know about me. Seems like our interaction is going to be a short one. But I will fill you in on what you need to know. I come from a good, somewhat stable family. No siblings, thank God. I've known Wade and Wendell for about 7 years now, and those two have taught me a lot. I am not the type of girl that hangs out with other girls. No, I'm not for the streets. Women are boring, and they're haters, and women are just evil. Not saying men don't hate on each other, but ask yourself, why do most male friendships last so long? Why can guys go for years without talking to their friends and still be cool? Shit. Guys can hang around and have a good time all day and not even know each other's names. Ask any female that only fucks with male friends, barely any drama. That's if they find guys that aren't pretending to be cool just so they can smash. And guys teach you a lot about how other guys work, so in a relationship situation, I always know if a guy is bullshitting me or not. That's as good as it gets for me. My relationship status, you ask? I don't have anyone special in my life. If do have a couple of guys I talk to, but every girl has that. Always an option to fall back on if any of them start acting up. It's a school day, but as you guessed it, I'm not in class. I'm not really a fan of school. I spend most of my days off, either chilling at home or walking around my neighborhood. Nothing ever happens here, but I just walk around to take in the scenery. While walking around, I noticed a very familiar face. It was Josh. I walked up to him to ask what the hell he was doing here. Josh, what the fuck are you doing here? Josh looked like he was caught with his hand in the cookie jar. I knew he was up to no good.
Nothing.
What happened to your voice? You sound different.
I guess someone figured out that you can use a different voice for my character, quality over quantity kind of vibes. Anyway, what's up? What's your plans for the day?
I don't have any plans. I was just going to walk around for a while and head back home.
Sounds fun. Come on, bitch, you're hanging with me today.
Everyone knows I hate the word bitch to the core, but they still keep saying it around me. Call me that one more time, I swear I will fuck you up.
Okay, geez. Are you gonna cry now? Now come, let's go to the store.
We made our way to the store, but I couldn't help but question why we were going there. But I just followed Josh anyway. Josh stopped me and started giving me instructions.
Listen, bitch, when you go into the store, distract Abdullah for as long as you can.
I didn't reply. He could see by the look on my face that I was getting a little upset with him.
Okay, I'm sorry, Mezzia, just distract him, please.
He said, this time looking apologetic. I agreed to, still not knowing why I was supposed to. Luckily, Abdullah made my job very easy. He just wouldn't stop talking.
You know, two boys, look your age. They make granny faint, have heart attack in front of my store and just run away.
Abdullah said. What? I asked, trying to look as convincing as possible.
Two boys, they always come here, sit outside my shop and cause trouble with my customers.
I noticed, out of the corner of my eye, Josh was stealing a few beers. Instinct kicked in, and I upped my distraction efforts to make sure Abdullah couldn't see what Josh was up to. Look, I'm pretty, and I know it. And one thing I learnt over the years, and take no offense to this, but some of the people from where Abdullah is from are kind of horny. Well, not kind of horny, but extremely horny. You know the type to message you on social media asking for boobs and vagina. The ones sending random dick pictures to multiple women. That kind of horny. I flirted with him a bit to great success, but it was kind of weird with me being 18, somewhat seducing an older man, albeit to help my friend rob him. Josh managed to get what he wanted, and quickly made his way out the store. It was not as easy for me to slip away, though.
We make beautiful babies, just me and you. I take you to meet my family in Mogadishu.
Yeah, your family is going to force me to work in this little shop of yours for the rest of my life, and make me wear those things that cover my whole body, so I'll pass, I said.
Hijab no problem because sexy for my eyes only.
Ooh, everyone wants a baddie until they get a baddie. And now she has to cover up. Tell me, why do you comment on pictures of half-naked women? Is that not haram? I asked. Abdullah said nothing. I caught him off guard. It was my chance to escape. I gotta bounce, Abdullah. My mom's waiting for me. It was fun speaking to you.
Next time you come, I give you big discount. Beautiful.
he said. I forced a smile, but inside I felt uneasy. I knew this wasn't the kind of distraction I wanted to be part of. We made our way to the park. Given the time of day, I'm assuming Wade and Wendell were still at school, so it was just me and Josh chilling for the time being. I hope you stole something good for me because flirting with that creep was not as fun as it sounds.
Of course, I got a little something something for you. You know, I take care of those who take care of me. Mezzia, can I ask you a question? Why do you hang out with us? What's your deal? Like, you see how dangerous I live, you see what kind of awkward little freak Wade is, and Wendell is just some obnoxious prick that just thinks the world revolves around his skinny ass. So why would you choose such an odd bunch of friends?
I chose to be friends with you guys because I see who you all really are. You're more than the danger that surrounds you, Josh. You're kind. I mean, you stole a phone for Wendell, even though he annoys you. You're loyal, and you've always been there for us. The same can be said about those other two idiots. You all are important to me. Sure, you all might be difficult at times, but everyone has their struggles, and that does not mean they're less deserving of friendship. And you all don't see me in a sexual way. I'm like a little sister in your eyes, and that is the most important thing.
So you're not bothered by the fact that none of us want to clap your cheeks? Because I know some women can get a little bothered when dudes aren't out for their blood.
Not bothered at all, actually. It's a breath of fresh air. I know how sly can some guys be, pretend to be your friend, be all nice, playing some kind of long game just to disappear once they clap some cheeks. Y'all made me understand that some dudes are only nice because they haven't fucked me yet. So I'd rather stick with the dudes I have in my life right now. You're stuck with me, deal with it.
All right, I get your point. I do find it a bit weird to pretend to be friends with a bitch when all you want is bun. Shit. If you want a bitch, tell the bitch, and if the bitch doesn't want you, on to the next bitch.
Can you please stop saying the word bitch, Josh, for fuck's sake?
What is your problem with the word bitch, by the way? Why does it bother you so much?
Okay, this is something I never told anyone before. It's a long story, but I guess I should tell you. It was a few years ago. My dad and I had planned this nice day out together. We went to the park, grabbed some ice cream, just a typical father-daughter day. But something was off with him. He seemed uneasy, like he couldn't relax. I didn't think much of it at the time.
What happened?
Out of nowhere, he decided we needed to go home. He was insistent, almost frantic. When we got home, we found my mom with another man. She was cheating on him right there in our house.
Yo, that's fucked up, Mezzia.
Yeah, I'd never seen my dad so angry. He completely lost it. He started yelling and calling her a bitch over and over. He even got physical with her. It was terrifying. I was just a kid, and seeing him like that, it traumatized me. Ever since that day, every time I hear that word, I'm taken back to that moment. It's like I can still hear him screaming it, still see the rage in his eyes. I hate it.
I get it now. That makes a lot of sense. Thanks for telling me, Mezzia. I always thought shit was perfect in your family. But your dad stayed, though. How come? What kind of simp is he?
That's a good question. I wondered the same thing for years, but recently I found a little journal among my dad's belongings. It had a letter in it, addressed to me. I was supposed to get it when I moved out of the house.
What did it say?
The letter explained everything. He stayed because he believed in forgiveness, even when someone does you wrong. He talked about putting pride aside for the sake of the family. He didn't want me to grow up in a broken home, and he knew that if he left and took me with him, it would have destroyed my mom's life. She was unemployed and didn't have anything going for her. He didn't want to be the cause of her downfall, despite what she did.
Wow, that's a lot to take in. Your dad got some big balls.
It didn't make what happened any easier to deal with, but knowing why he stayed helped me understand him better. That's why I don't give up on people that easily. It's just that the word he used that day, it's always going to be a trigger for me.
I feel you. Could never be me, though. If my woman ever smiled at another man, it's over. I'm out.
Different strokes for different folks, my dude. I felt a sense of calm in the moment. For years, I've carried the burden of that day alone. Opening up to Josh of all people brought me peace that I haven't felt in years. We chilled for a while at the park, waiting for the others to arrive. No one knows much about Josh outside of his criminal ways, and while we're here, it seems like the perfect time to get to know Josh on a deeper level.